All right, guys, we are on to our next learning goal, which is about the revolution versus rotation of a planet. In this case, we're talking about Earth. So this is learning goal F, and your goal is to be able to differentiate between Earth's rotation and revolution and its effects on Earth. The rotation is the circular movement an object makes on a fixed point. So the thing that always pops in my head when I think of rotation is like a basketball spinning on your finger. So it's basically spinning around in a circle on this invisible thing that we call an axis. So the axis is it's an imaginary reference line, and you can see it in this picture here. Earth's axis, you'll notice that it's not straight up and down, it's tilted a little bit. And some planets actually, their axis is totally flat, almost like this white line. Some is straight up, some have different angles. It just depends on the planet. But it rotates on that axis just like if you were spinning a basketball. The rotation is what causes day and night to happen on Earth. So whatever side is rotated towards the sun is going to be daytime, and whatever side is rotated away from the sun, it'll be nighttime. And to make a full 360 rotation, it takes the Earth 24 hours, which is why we have 24 hours in a day on Earth. But that does not mean that there's 24 hours in a day on other planets, because some have different speeds of rotation. Then there's this other thing that's called revolution. A revolution is the movement of an orbiting celestial body, so a planet or a moon or a star, completely around another object. So you can see that in this picture here. The example that we have here is the revolution of the moon around the Earth. So you would never say that the moon rotates around the Earth. You would say it revolves around the Earth, because that's one object, in this case the moon, circling around another object. Or you could also, another example is the Earth circles around the sun. That's another revolution. A revolution is what determines a year for a planet. So it takes Earth 365 days, and remember, a day is determined, it's an Earth day. It takes it 365 days to go around the entire sun, 365 Earth days. So an Earth day means a 24-hour day. So the rotation and the revolution are really the whole reason we have the calendar that we have set out, based on those two things. And then I also, in the slides, included just like a really easy kind of side-by-side comparison of rotation versus revolution. Basically everything we just talked about, but they're just right next to each other, so it's a little bit easier to view these. So again, think of rotation as kind of like that spinning basketball, and think of revolution as one thing orbiting around another and circling around another. That's the revolution of an item. And we're also going to be talking about seasons in the next exploration, which has a lot to do with the revolution as well, and the tilt of the axis. And you'll learn more about that in the next set of notes.